Another weekend of Premier League fixtures are here, and quick look at the table. Liverpool still top, 25 points out of a possible 30. They've only lost one this season. That was to third place Nottingham Forest, who are probably getting a bit of a nosebleed. They're that high up, but it's been very, very strong from Forest under Nuno. Exactly what we saw when he was at Wolves. It's really starting to pay off for them now. Whether they'll stay there, probably not. But if they can secure even a top half finish this season, that is massive progression. Defensively, that's where they are picking up their points. Only conceded 7, so one more than Liverpool, but only 7 goals conceded in 10 games. Very strong showing, and that's why they are where they are. 3 wins in a row. Hopefully they keep it up, because it's always nice to have a surprise. City are second, but they lost at the weekend against Bournemouth. Arsenal, probably would have expected them in the top 2 with City this season, but they're currently 5th after losing against Newcastle. Chelsea, currently 4th. So they're having a strong start under Maresca. They are 18 points. There's 3 of them there, Chelsea, Arsenal and Villa. So there's a fight for Europe that started. Spurs and Brighton probably involved in that as well, but it's going to be interesting this weekend because there's a lot of good fixtures. Diving into those fixtures, we will see that Brentford start off against Bournemouth. There's no early kick-off today, and it's all 6 games today and 4 on Sunday, because then it's an international break, I believe, again. So excited for that, as everyone is, I'm sure. Brentford, Bournemouth should be a good one, because Brentford at home, very good side. If we look at the home table, they're actually top. 13 points from 5 games, 4 wins, 1 draw, no losses. They've scored 15 goals across their 5 games and conceded 9. So expect goals when Brentford play Bournemouth, because Bournemouth aren't too bad either. Not necessarily on away form, but Bournemouth are a good side. Looking at them, they have scored 13, conceded 12 in their 10. So a few goals there. They've obviously had good form recently, because they've beaten Arsenal, drawn with Villa, and then beaten Man City. So very good from Bournemouth. But Brentford, Bournemouth, there will be goals, but I don't know whether to go all out high scoring and a Brentford win because they're at home, or a tight draw. I think I'll go for the tight draw. So let's go 1-1 here. Palace v Fulham is next, and Palace in a bit of a tricky predicament because they are currently sitting 17th, just above the relegation zone by 2 points. They did win their first game a couple of weeks ago, but they are struggling, Palace. They're just not scoring many. So let's see how they get on, because Fulham are having a great start to this season. They've got such a fluid attack. So Fulham, I'm actually expecting to get something out of this. I know they're away, but I think I'm going to go for Fulham to win 2-1. On to West Ham against Everton. This one is tough to call because West Ham have started poorly. 14th place, 13 scored, 19 conceded. So not great defensively at all. Everton, we knew it would be tough for them. Everton's away form. They've picked up 1 win in their 5, losing 3. Conceded a few, not scoring many. So this could be another of those tight games. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 here as well. Wolves, Southampton. Now this is a massive game because Wolves are bottom of the table, 20th place, and Southampton are 19th. Wolves on 3 points with no wins so far. Southampton on 4 points with 1 win. And it was their last game that Southampton got that win in, so maybe they'll be in a bit of form. That win came against Everton, wasn't it? So poor from Everton, because they really could have put a bit of a gap between themselves and the bottom 3, I guess. But yeah, this is a tough one to call. I'm going to back Wolves for it though, because they've got quality in attack. They just haven't invested in defence. You know, they got rid of Max Kilman, brought no one of note in, and in January they need to get a centre-back desperately. So Wolves, we will go for them to win 2-1. That's it for the 3 o'clocks. On to 5:30, Brighton, Man City. This should be a good game, because if we take a look at their recent matches, not necessarily between the two, but from Brighton's perspective, they beat Spurs, beat Newcastle, drew with Wolves. We'll forget the cup because I don't know what squad they played, and then they lost 2-1 to Liverpool. They were 1-0 up in that one, but Liverpool are really going for it at the moment. So some decent results there. City, well, their last 3 fixtures, it has not been so great at all for them. So they lost to Spurs 2-1 in the cup. They lost to Bournemouth 2-1 in the league, and then they lost 4-1 to Sporting CP with Victor Gyökeres scoring a hat-trick. So it's not really happening at the moment. They're not scoring many goals, and as I've said previously, when Haaland's not scoring, Man City aren't really scoring. And because of that, I'm going to go for Brighton to win 2-1. Bit of a shocker, but let's go for it. Brighton win 2-1. Liverpool Villa, another big game. First in the table against 6th, but again, Villa, if they were to win this, could go up to 3rd place. If Liverpool win it, they will probably start building a bit of a gap between some of the teams around them. So, Liverpool, good form recently, keep winning. Villa, away from home, if we check that out quickly, that's where it's important. And they've won 3, drew 1, lost 1 away. So, they're not too bad away at all. At home, Liverpool are okay, 4 wins, 1 loss. That loss being the game against Forest. And they've only conceded 3 in their away games. So maybe this will be low scoring on Villa's side. I will go Liverpool at home. I will go Liverpool to win. Let's go 3-1 in this. It's going to be a proper statement, I think. Man United against Leicester. Now, Man United now under Van Nistelrooy, because they sacked Erik ten Hag after their most recent loss here against West Ham. Then they drew 1-1 with Chelsea, but they beat Leicester 5-2 in the Cup as well. I'm expecting goals from this Man United side. I think their attack will be revitalised. I think Garnacho could play a key part. Abad Diallo, if he plays, will probably get a few. I'm going to go for Man United to win. Let's go 2-0 in this, because Leicester, they're doing well compared to the other 2 newly promoted sides, but you know, that draw against Ipswich, it was a late equaliser. The win against Southampton was a late winner, and they were 2-0 down. They lost to Forest, so it's late goals that are getting them any points at the moment, and I think that Man United should control this game. So we'll go 2-0 to Man United, and we'll move on to the next fixture. Forest Newcastle. I remember Chris Wood scoring a hat-trick in this one last year. Forest, obviously up in 3rd place if we go to all form. Newcastle down in 11th, sitting in the bottom half, but 10 games played, 10 goals scored, 10 goals conceded. Alexander Isak back in the side recently, and you know, they won their most recent game. They also beat Chelsea in the Cup to get through to I think it's the quarterfinals now of the Carabao Cup. So maybe they'll start getting better now, because you know, they beat Arsenal last week as well. But I don't know. Newcastle don't fill me with hope, so I'm going to go for a Forest 1-0 win. Maybe a bit of a shocker again, but Yeah, Forest 1-0. Spurs Ipswich. Ipswich are strange because they haven't done too badly. They haven't lost many, but they haven't won a game. That's their problem. They've drawn 5 of their 10. So if they could have scored an extra goal in 2 of those games, you'd give them 4 more points. We're on 9 points and they're level with Everton, but they just can't win games, and that probably will be their downfall this season. I think Wolves will get out of it, or at least finish above Ipswich, so it really makes it difficult for Ipswich to survive. Palace probably won't be there either. Everton and Leicester will be somewhere around there, and then anyone up from that will probably be fine. So I think it's between Leicester, Everton, Ipswich, Southampton and Wolves this season. I just can't see Ipswich surviving. And I think Spurs in this one, a bit patchy. Win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. Win-loss, win-loss, win, sorry. 10 games played, 22 scored. I think their attack is just going to be too much for Ipswich. So we're going to go for a 3-1 win to Spurs, and we'll end it with a big game. Chelsea, Arsenal. Chelsea 4th in the league, Arsenal 5th. Both on 18 points. This is a very big game. And every time there's a big game between two sides near the top and it's the last fixture of the weekend or the big game on Sunday, I always go for a draw. I can't make my mind up. So I'm going to go for one again. We'll go 1-1 in that. Let me know what your predictions are down below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.